And I just muted you guys so we don't have any background noise, but feel free to jump in. There's a chat feature on Zoom. So if you want to ask any questions along the way, feel free. Hey, Ari. But I just wanted to get on and do a call with you guys each week because this is a brand new program. I know some of you have been testing the waters this week, but officially we start tomorrow. So if you didn't try it this week, you're good. We're starting tomorrow all together. So every single week in the test group, for those of you that don't know, I guess I'll back up. I was in the test group for this program before it launched to the public through Beachbody. So I got selected from corporate and they asked me to test it out with about 200 to 300 other coaches. And nobody had done it before. We were kind of the guinea pigs. So I know exactly how you feel. And I'm going to know exactly how you're going to feel as you're going through this because it is a process and it is a journey. And I want to kind of set the expectations for the group. Some of you have been in a lot of accountability groups. Some of you are brand new to this. But the reality is we're all starting fresh. So that's the good news that we all kind of get to go through it together. And I just wanted to get on here every single week. We're going to do these same time, same place, so that we can plug into each other and kind of ask any questions you have or share what you're struggling with or just know that you're not alone is basically the main part of this. Chris did these calls with us. I actually just got off one with him, which is perfect timing. He does this every single Sunday. So I was like, I'm going to implement it for our group. So starting out, hopefully you've been following along the prep week. Hopefully you've cleared all the junk out of your fridge, all those temptations of food. Get them out of the house. Tell your spouse, tell your family, tell your friends, whoever you're living with, what you're doing and why you're committed to it for the next 21 days if you have not already. Because this is more mindset than anything else, right? Some of you maybe have tried the 25-minute workouts and you're like, oh, this is pretty easy. But you need to stick to the plan and you need to trust the process. So I'm going to say right off the bat, I saw a comment in the group today that, oh, I'm going to try other workouts because Speed 25 wasn't hard. That doesn't fly. That's not allowed in my groups. We're going through this journey per the plan, okay? And I want you to trust that plan because it freaking works. If you haven't seen my results, I'll share them again in the group. But I can't wait to get back on it. So I wanted to set that expectation from the beginning. If you're already telling your head, oh, but I can have that extra little treat here, or I can, get off the plan because I'm going to a wedding. We're not doing that. And this test group only works if we all commit. It can't be just Danielle, it can't be just Liz, it can't be just Chelsea. It's got to be everybody in it together, okay? So I'm going to throw out a couple things as we go through this call, how we're going to keep going together and how we're going to stay accountable to that. Because it does matter. If somebody starts posting, oh, my kid's animal crackers look good today and I started eating them and I don't know what happened. That energy is going to go to everybody else and everybody else is going to think that that's okay. And then everybody else is going to start cheating. And then what's the point, right? What's the point of doing the test group in the first place? So my expectations for all of you is every day you log your workout and you log your Shakeology. Pretty simple. And then you check in on the posts. There's going to be 3 posts a day, 1 in the morning for motivation, 1 in the afternoon, like around noon, so lunchtime, just kind of giving you guys a little mid-afternoon push and maybe asking you to do something on that post. And then at night, every single night, you're going to see a Rate Your Day post where you're going to share the best thing about your day and the struggle of your day, and then you're going to rate your day. Okay, so you'll see that every single night. It'll be consistent. It will be up there. Liz and I are still working on figuring out. Yeah, you want to talk, Liz? Go for it.
First, I'm on my iPad and I never know how to unmute myself on my iPad.
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to just jump in really quick because a bunch of my challengers are on here too. So hi guys. And when Danielle said, these are my expectations, it's really all of our expectations. So for some of you who are newer, we're all on a team together. So Danielle and I, like she was about to go into, have been planning this for a long time. Danielle's done a ton of work and our team is really excited about it. So you guys are now part of that team. So even though Danielle's the one speaking, for all the coaches in here and all of the challengers and all of you guys, it's all of our collective expectation that those are what's going to happen. So you can't say, oh, well, I don't really know Danielle, so I don't have to follow her rules. That's not how it works. This is just Danielle talking right now. So same rules apply for everyone, whether you're my challenger or Danielle's or Amanda's or anyone else's. So we're all a big happy family now.
Perfect. Yeah, and you can reach out to any of us. Like, none of us are off boundaries. If you're going through something and you have a rough day, reach out to somebody, even a challenger in this group, because maybe they're more like you and have similar struggles as you do. That's the whole point of this challenge group, that everybody's different and everybody's going to relate to people differently. So don't be afraid to reach out to anybody. I know we have a couple of you guys hopping on. I'm just going to mute you and hopefully you can show your face. So expectations, you log your workout and you log your Shakeology every day with a picture. And there's a reason, guys. There's a reason I want you to post a sweaty selfie, to prove you freaking did it. And to post your Shakeology, to share recipes, because you know how it is as a new challenger. You come in and you're like, oh, the Shakeology just isn't working for me because I don't have a recipe I like. Well, maybe somebody else does. So if you've found something that's worked for you or you've tweaked something here or there, share it. Like, you guys are just as important as I am. With that. So show up and follow the plan. So, Sarah, I'm going to meet you. So I actually got the printed materials. You guys have access to this on Beachbody On Demand. If you go into Shift Shop, there's program materials in there. I know Ari's printed out like every single one, and I love her for that. But in here, you'll go through, hopefully you've already done this, the calorie brackets and how much you're supposed to have. If you have questions about this, put them in the chat. We can talk about them right now. But it gives you the formation of the agility markers. And then it also gives you a little measurement chart, which I also stuck in the file section of the challenge tracker app. It's a little bit easier if you go, let me, who needs to be muted? If you go on your computer to the app, if you go to, I'll type it, mychallengetrackerportal.com, and you can sign into the challenge group the same way you do on your app. You can actually go to the files, and I put all of this stuff there as well, so it's easier to grab. And then there's a workout calendar. Hopefully you know by now, tomorrow we start with speed 25, and then you go to strength 25, speed 25, strength 25, 6 days. And then we'll move up to 35 and 45 minutes the second and third week. And the whole premise behind this is the first time you do the workout, it's going to feel weird. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. And so the movements are going to be a little bit like you're going to flail around. But then the second time, you know what to expect a little bit more. So you can push yourself a little bit harder in the workout. And that's, if you're doing the moves right, guys, you should be drenched in sweat. It should not be easy. So check the form, check the technique. Chris is really good about breaking it down, and look at the screen. Film yourself if you need to. Like, stick up your phone. That's all I do. I prop my phone up and I press record because I want to see if my form's right. I'd rather have you do 10 good moves than fly through 50 and it looks horrible and you're going to hurt yourself. And then the third chance you get at speed 25 on Friday, you go all out. Like, you just crush it. You rock through it. You push harder than ever before. Maybe you go outside so you have more room. That's always helped me. I know it's summer and hot, but that's the premise behind each of these workouts, repeating 3 times, okay? And then obviously I posted this tonight. Make sure you take your before photos in every single way that I posted. And there's a reason. Because let's just talk about the scale for a second. We're all women here. The scale is a measurement of you against gravity. Can I curse on here? Is anybody going to be offended? It's bullshit, okay? It's a measurement against gravity. Who the hell cares about that? It's like a number against the sky, whatever. What you are going to see if you follow the plan all the way through and you trust it, you're going to see a major difference in the way your body feels, the way you fit in your clothes, the way your measurements are by the end of this 21 days if you stick to it. But know that everybody's body is different and you got to just trust the journey. And it might take a couple rounds for you. I didn't see that great of results the first round. I mean, my pictures showed differently, but I didn't lose a ton of anything. It was round 2 and 3, which you're going to have the option to continue with, which I'm sure right now you're thinking like, hell no. But once you're on it, it's like, heck yes, right? So trust the process. Trust me, trust Chris, trust the nutrition team, and really just go all out with it. And then all of you will be submitting for a free t-shirt at the end. Really 2 free t-shirts, because they did that, the red one I posted about, and then this one you guys will submit to the Beachbody Challenge, where you can actually win money as well, which is kind of nice for getting. Go ahead, Liz. Did you need? Oh, you're just putting your hand up. Gotcha.
I was just whooping. Yay! T-shirts and money. My ultimate motivation.
I know, me too. I have a t-shirt from every single program I've done, and it's freaking awesome. I mean, I was going to do it anyways. So that covers that. Trust the journey. If you see somebody posting negatively, or their energy is low, or maybe they're just not giving their all in the group, I'm giving all of you permission to get on there and give them some love, because we're all going to have days, especially next week. Don't feel like you have to wait for a coach. Like, I want you guys to love on each other just as much as we do on you, because who doesn't feel great about giving that hope or giving that positivity to somebody else? It makes you feel better. Let me see what Ariana said. Do you have specific thoughts about what should be worn in the before pictures? Whatever you're comfortable with, but honestly, if you truly want to see the difference in your body, I would suggest doing like a sports bra and shorts. That's what we did in the test group. But you can do, like Ariana, if you want to share them publicly, because she's a coach, you can do both and then share whatever you're comfortable with. But for you guys personally, we're not going to share the before photos. This is a secret private group. But I'm asking you to share them in the group because we're all family and we're all doing this together. And there's nobody that's at their end point. I'm definitely not. So don't feel bashful about doing it, okay? What else? Okay, so this was a fun thing I came up with some other people in our test group. So how many of you have like an obstacle during the next 3 weeks? A wedding, a party, raise your hand, put it in the comments, a family outing, something like that, right? I was telling Ari about this weekend, so I'm gonna throw it in here. When you go to this place, number one, a great way to combat parties is to drink your Shakeology before you go. Okay, that's like my ultimate tip. But if you go to a party and Chelsea goes up to you and she says, you know what, Danielle, like, you can have a hot dog. Like, nobody will know. Like, it's okay. But you tell her, no, I'm on this accountability group. Like, I'm following a plan. It's not a diet, because we're throwing that word out of the door. It's a lifestyle change. I'm really shifting my mind and shifting my body. And I'm committed to this group of almost 100 people. And she's like, no, like, you can really have it. This is what you have to do if you want to cheat at that party. You have to go to your app in the group, okay? You have to go to post, and you have to click the video, and you go record video. We can see this. And you have to film yourself to the group and ask, hey, guys, Chelsea wants me to eat this hot dog at this party. Do you think I should eat it? And if somebody tells you that you can eat it, then you can have it. But I guarantee you're going to get, no, don't do it. Trust the journey. Remember what Danielle said day one. So you're not going to want to video yourself, right? I know you guys, you're all like a little bashful and oh my gosh, I can't video. So, but if you do feel like cheating, or if you do have a late night where your husband gets ice cream or wants to sabotage you or whatever, get on there and video and talk about it. Because I guarantee those 3 minutes that you have on that video, it's going to be way less crazy than the feeling you're going to feel after you cheat and you get off the plan. Cool? So we got to make sure the second that anybody posts in the group, I ate chocolate chips, because if somebody wants to quit, they need to post in the group, hey guys, I don't want to do this anymore. And then we all have to come together and surround them with love and positivity and bring them back in. Okay? We all on the same page about that? Let's see, what do they say? Yeah, you're gonna feel shitty about the hot dog. It's gonna taste like crap anyways. Alcoholic beverages are off the table for the 21 days. Y'all can do it. It's called seltzer water and lime, and you're gonna feel amazing with 21 days of no alcohol. It's just like a habit, right? I spent the weekend with Ari, that's why I keep referencing her, but we were talking about how you come home from a work day and you're really stressed and you have a glass of wine, right? Who's done that? Everybody, beer, whatever your drink of choice is. So we're going to switch that bad habit to a good habit. Get LaCroix in your house, get a little fruit in the LaCroix, and it will taste just the same as your gin and tonic or whatever your drink choice is. Flip it with something that still feels like you're enjoying yourself and still feels fruity, but it's not going to ruin or sabotage your plan. And yes, there's no dumb questions. I don't like that word. There's no idiots. There's no dumb. My team knows. None of that. What is a good phrase to say if what, Ari? I didn't see the rest of that. People ask why you're not drinking. You can say, I'm committed to a group of 100 people right now. I'm trying something new and I'm sticking to the plan. I'm pregnant. That's a great one, Ariana. But
you guys, I'll confess, my husband is so paranoid that everyone is going to start thinking I'm pregnant. Like, it's his biggest fear about this program, and he's doing it. So I don't know what's going on, but he's like, everyone's going to think you're pregnant. I'm like, everyone sees me all over social media talking about this. I don't think they're going to think that I'm like jumping up and down being pregnant. But real fear. But I'm in your boat too. I think a lot of times though, the seltzer water thing, especially when you're out, it could be anything and no one would know. Ask for a seltzer water and put a piece of fruit in it and no one would know. And people won't ask.
Yeah, maybe we need to come up with like a fun meme or something so you guys can all have it on your phone background screen. And when somebody asks, you just show them your phone and say, back off. I'm in shift mode or something like that. We'll have to think about that. But yeah, so if you're really feeling it, ask them to get in the group and go on your video and ask if you should have something. And then they'll feel really dumb. Yes, it saves money too. That's such a good point. Okay, so something I wanted to throw out to you guys. I've been waiting for this group to start to do it because, I don't know, I just wanted to do it with you guys. So who has the markers? Everybody get their markers? Get them, Chelsea. You need them. Get them. Everybody got them? Comment, give me something. So what I want you guys to do with these after you get off this call, and if you don't have them yet, order them tonight because they're thebomb.com and you'll just appreciate it. It'll be more meaningful. I wrote 4 positive affirmations on them. So I want you to take a Sharpie marker. I'm totally type A, so I didn't want to write on them, but I finally did it tonight. I want you to take a Sharpie marker and I want you to put something that speaks to you on them. Okay? And what I mean by that is like a positive affirmation, a short quote, something that means something to you deep down inside, your why. Like, why are you doing this program? Maybe it's your family, your kids, something stressing you out, whatever that looks like. So I'll share with you guys what mine are. And then when we're done with this call, you're going to take a picture of these. And I want you to go to your coach's Facebook and post them on there and say, I'm ready to shift. Super simple. And that's another way you can show people why you're doing this, okay? So mine is inspire and empower others. Sorry, it's backwards for you guys. Nothing worth having comes easy. We can all agree to that one. I am worth it. And dreams don't work unless you do. So I'll post mine in the group and then let's start a little thread of all the markers. And if you don't have them yet, take 4 pieces of paper. 4 koozies worked for some of my coaches for a little bit, but definitely get the markers because they're more fun anyways. And pick what speaks to you, right? Because this is a mindset program more than any other Beachbody workout. If you guys have tried it yet, you have to shift your mind with your body. And you're gonna hit a wall with the nutrition as it ramps up, and you're gonna feel tired, and you're gonna probably get headaches because your body's changing. You know, you're taking it off processed foods. And so I want you guys to know that those things are coming and they're going to be normal, and we're all going to do it together. And it's not bad. It's actually good because you're getting rid of all the shit in your body. Yeah, definitely, Ariana. She said that you can use masking tape or something on them so I can change what I put on the markers as I do multiple rounds. Great way. Some people did that in the test group as well. So thanks for sharing that. Okay, so the last thing, like I said, I keep it short, is this only works if we all work. You guys committed because you're not happy with where you are, or maybe you want to take it to the next level, or maybe you just want a challenge, or you're looking for something in this, right? You're looking to get better, stronger, faster, more lean. You have to work for it. And sometimes in our society, we want this instant, come on, give me something out of it. But like I said in the beginning, it's a journey. You're going to have an option to do a second and third round, which when I saw this program, I'll be honest, I was like, hell no, like I can't do this. But you have to let go of that on this call right now, because you can do it. Because if I can do it and go to like 2 weddings, a bridal shower, go to the beach, like you guys can do it. I've done it. So don't be afraid. Like if you have to eat out, ask the group for help. What should I choose? Look at the menu ahead of time. If you have things coming up, ask for help. Lean in when you struggle is the biggest piece of advice, because if you stay quiet and you hold those struggles within, I guarantee somebody else is feeling the same way. So post it in the group. That's what we're here for. Yes, Chelsea. So there's different workouts. If you guys noticed on Beachbody On Demand, there is a 50-minute workout, and there's a different core workout. So you'll want to make sure you bring up the workout calendar on Beachbody On Demand, so you guys know what you're doing, because as you move to Thursday and Saturday, you do core workouts on top of your normal speed and strength workouts. Okay, so make sure you get the workout calendar up. I believe I put it in the group as well, so you guys have it in both places. So it's a 10-minute core, and then there is a second round available in there as well. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the performance line real quick. How many of you are doing performance line with Shift Shop? Yay! Okay, here's my plug. Y'all need this. You need performance line. And I'm not just saying that because I want you to buy something else. I know it's an investment. I know for some of you, just the program and being here was an investment. But it's built into the nutrition plan. So when you open up, like your containers and things, it says energize before your workout, recover after your workout. Because you're taking the starchy carbs away, and there's actually carbs in recover. So you're getting carbs still. It's just in a different way. Okay? You guys are blowing this up. The chocolate recover, yeah. So you just mix it with water and ice. I usually put it in. I recommend drinking Energize 30 minutes before your workout. So if you get up early in the morning, I sit down and do Beachbody stuff, but fit it into your schedule and give yourself at least 30 minutes so you don't have Energize sloshing in your stomach when you're trying to work out. And you'll benefit. It'll be in your system, and then you'll be able to work it off. And then, recover right after the workout. What other questions? Yeah, Energize is so good. I was super skeptical before I tried it, but that's the only way I work out at 5:30 every day. What else you guys got? We got our markers. We got performance line. What nutrition questions do you have? I know there's usually a lot of those. And you guys can unmute yourselves or raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Anybody? Okay, Patricia. Go for it, girl.
Hi. So I am kind of like Liz in that I travel for work. And when I say I travel for work, the last 2 weeks, I am going to be at a hotel with no fridge and no microwave. And I have a project that I've been working on for the last 3 months that is what my company calls going live. So it's going to be super busy. Um, there is a Panera, which is where I normally eat, but I think I'm going to have a hard time convincing the other 5 people from my company to eat there every day. Any tips, tricks would be helpful.
So, okay, here's something I didn't tell you guys. There's in the fine print of Shift Shop, you can have unlimited veggies on this nutrition, no matter what calorie bracket you're at or what plan, I should say. So that is a huge thing to know, that wherever you are, you can always add a salad. You can always add more veggies. Obviously, don't eat the bread on sandwiches. You know, like I feel like you can adjust. You laugh, but you can. Like it's no big deal. Yeah. And I think that, again, it goes back to your mindset and knowing that you're not doing this alone. Is it going to be tough some days? Sure. But get as close as you can. And I would say, I don't know if you're flying or driving, but take snacks with you. Like unsalted peanuts are my go-to. Having like peanut butter in the little packets so you have the healthy fats is a good one. Bananas, apples are good because you don't need to refrigerate those per se. But I really think you can make it work. When you go out to eat, try to stick to the veggies and protein base. And I think when you do that, it won't be as hard as you think.
And Patricia, the other thing I'll add to, and this just depends on your work environment and how this plays out, but when I first started traveling, I would always eat with my coworkers, and I've tried to get away from that. And I find like lunch, I'll just take 15 or 20 minutes to myself. I mean, I spend all day with those people, and it's like I'm going to take a minute and I eat alone. And that sounds weird, but it really helps me stay on track because I don't feel awkward like taking the bread off my sandwich or, you know, ordering something weird on a menu or whatever. It's just like my time and I can eat, no questions asked. Like I just do my thing and then leave. So depending on your environment, I would try that too, because it just makes it less awkward. Yeah, I totally feel you. It's so weird to sit there and like pick your bread off your sandwich. I get it. It's like,
yeah. No, I've been surviving on like Jimmy John's unwitches pretty much without any mayo or any of the other bad stuff on them. So yeah, I also don't think I can convince them to go to Panera or Jimmy John's every other day. Yeah. We usually strategize at lunch because we're working directly with the client other than that. So I don't have a problem picking things off in front of them though.
You'll make it work.
I was wondering if there's any other tips for people that eat out a lot on how to reduce the bad.
I mean, go with like, I'm doing gluten-free this month. And so they won't ask questions then. I mean, you know, you laugh, it's true. So it's more common now.
Yeah. I mean, my manager doesn't eat cheese, so.
There you go. You got it, girlfriend. Okay, so Sarah asked, what if we have already had a pre-workout? Do we have to get energized? You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but here's the deal. Energize is part of the plan. So I don't know the ingredients in whatever else other supplements you guys have taken in the past. Personally, I only have researched Energize and Recover. I believe in what Beachbody does behind the scenes. They do more. I mean, if you sat down and listened to what the Deiklers do in understanding the ingredients and the quality and quality control, I just can't recommend anything else because it's not part of the nutrition plan. So that's kind of my stance on that. I'm kind of a hard ass when it comes to that. And Energize is the bomb. What else? Okay, unsweetened almond milk. Good question, Ariel. We just talked about this actually in the test group. It counts as a teaspoon. So for 8 ounces, it counts as a teaspoon. So if you're doing 4 ounces of almond milk and 4 ounces of water in your shake, don't count it, guys. You'll be fine. It's really okay. I did it I did it all 3 rounds of Shift Shop. And then Recover, you just mix with ice and water. You don't blend it. You just shake it up. At least that's what I've always done. Patricia, Ariana said, can you request a fridge for your room? A lot of hotels have them and they can bring it to you. So that's another great tip. Allison asked if there's any suggestions as an alternative to Recover. It has whey in it, which I can't have. I will ask about that one. I'm not familiar with that, but I know that there's gluten intolerant people as well. So let me get back to you on that, Allison. What other questions? Can you do more than one Shakeo in a day as more red containers on your plan? Yes, I would say yes. Okay, so Shakeology counts as red if you're new to Beachbody. It counts as one red. I sometimes need 2 of them. If you guys are traveling a lot, it's easy to have Shakeology in the airport. You don't need to check it in your bag. You can carry it on. Fun fact, had it in New Orleans last weekend. So that's a great, that's a great little thing if you're traveling or on the go a lot or at a construction site. Bring an extra Shakeology packet with you so you can always just shake that up and have it on the go and know that you're staying on your meal plan with that. So don't be bashful about it. Would I do that every day? No, but it's a good backup plan for you guys. What else you got? Anything? You guys excited? So the last thing I wanted to share with you guys, I promise I was keeping this to 30 minutes. So my team knows I have a Challenger transformation binder. And by the end of this test group, I want 30 new transformations in this binder. So I know your coach, Liz, is starting the same thing. And I want you guys to work for this binder and earn your spot here. And just keep visualizing the person that you want to become at the end of this 21 days. It's only 21 days. It's a small portion of your life, but you truly can change the way you feel about health and nutrition and fitness if you just go all in. All right, guys? Ready to rock it? Let's do Chris Downey proud. He's just incredible. And if anything else, do it for him. Start with that and do it for us. And let's build everybody else up to rock it. All right, guys? Any last questions?
Yay, we're so excited for you guys. And I'm excited for me too, but excited for you guys.
Yeah, totally. So thank you for hopping on. I don't want to keep you any longer. Get some sleep tonight. Make sure you please sleep during this program. And let's go rock it, guys. Cool?
Bye.
See you next week.